I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Dorris, who is the founder, co-founder and CEO of Ascend Analytics, who assisted us both in the IRP process and the clean energy review process.
Good evening, Council. It's a pleasure to be back here again, this time with some real results, and looking forward to sharing them with you. So we're going to go over the activities of the last, let's say, year, where we've been actively pursuing and analyzing new resource options for the City of Glendale with respect to repowering the Grayson Station. I wanted to get to this detailed comparison. The slide, I understand, is slightly wonky by my colleagues, but I like it because it frames the problem in the economic context for the decisions that you're facing. You understand that we've recommended Portfolio E. I know that you're looking closely at Portfolio F and G. E, again, is 75 megawatts of batteries, 5 ICEs. F is 100 megawatts of batteries, 3 ICEs, and G is 100% clean. If I take the nameplate capacities, they're shown up top of the portfolios and their components. Now, if I look at the cost metrics, what I'm going to look at is NPV of the costs. We had $802 million for Portfolio E, $822 million for Portfolio F, and $805 million for Portfolio G. But remember, Portfolio F and G, as it says in the last row, under reliability, one's inadequate, Portfolio F, and Portfolio G is severely inadequate. Portfolio G is really unattainable, but it's there as a point of reference. And what we want to do is look at, if we were to account for the reliability metric, $10,000 a megawatt hour, and just look at what's the marginal cost difference in terms of dollars in CO2 reductions. How do these portfolios fare? Well, it costs us $1,264 per ton of carbon to go from Portfolio E to Portfolio F, and to go from Portfolio E to Portfolio G, it's $2,200 a ton. Let's frame this a little more carefully. You could spend your money a lot more wisely if you were trying to improve the environment than going to Portfolio F or G. If this is about stewardship and making a bold statement about the environment, going with Portfolio F or G would not be that. It would be irresponsible. And that's shown here. We see that in terms of emissions, transportation is 41% of the state. For Glendale, it's certainly greater because you don't have a large industrial sector here. Overall, the state is 10% of the carbon emissions are from the electricity sector in the state. If you want to tackle climate change, the big slice of the pie, by far, in California is the transportation sector. And this means electrifying the transportation sector. It's the link between the power, the electricity company, and cleaning up the environment is through transportation today, in terms of being effective and good stewardship towards the environment. If we look at these programs I have here in costs of carbon reductions in dollars per metric ton, we start off with energy efficiency, see some forestry offsets. These are small programs. Then we hit big ones. Renewable electric vehicles, electric buses, and charging infrastructure, with the EV subsidy and charging infrastructure having enormous CO2 reduction potential. If we compare that to the blue charts on the right, we see adopting Portfolio F is $1,260 a ton and $2,200 a ton for Portfolio G. They're cleaner. They're just irrationally cleaner from any economic perspective. You can buy a ton of paper today for about $10 a ton. Put it in the ground. It's a little extreme, but the point is there are other programs out there in other sectors that deserve your attention. Go for the low marginal cost reductions, not the high marginal cost reductions when you're making a decision.